Hello, 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 my friends. This is Dr. David checking in with our pre-webinar, or as I like to call it, the pre-flight warm-up, pre-game warm-up. We'll be starting in about less than 30 minutes, and we'll be talking about hidden laws of attraction, forgotten secrets for manifesting success, health, wealth, and happiness, how to manifest anything you've ever wanted faster than ever before. We're going to give you some hidden master keys. We're going to teach you some reasons why your manifestation stuff or your manifestation attempts may not be bearing fruit to the degree that you like. We're going to show you how to go down that rabbit hole. And then we're going to show you how to take it even further. Okay. So like I said, this is my traditional pre-game warm-up. So once again, remember that if you're used to a 90-minute webinar where they tease you for the first 30 minutes and then they tell you to buy their stuff for the next 60, that's not how these webinars work. These webinars are based on giving you hardcore, real-world, actionable content that you can go out into the world that you don't even have to believe in for them to work for you. You just got to apply them. We've taken a great deal of time, energy, and effort to distill these things down to as purely a mechanical process as humanly possible. And so I'm really proud of the content we're going to be sharing with you today. If you take it out and you use it, you're going to be amazed at the returns that they provide for you with just a little bit of input on your end. We're going to take you as far as we can. We're going to show you where to go to take your training further. But the most important thing about this, if you want to get the most out of tonight's webinar, stay for the entire event, because again, we're going to teach you some hardcore quality stuff for the first 45 to 60 minutes. We're going to show you the different packages and programs we have for you to take your skills to the next level. When that part is done, we're going to circle back. We're going to pick up where we left off on part one of the webinar, and we're going to continue to teach. We're going to customize the content of tonight's webinar to the applications or areas of interest that you choose. So we will be double live streaming once again between Jet Webinar. You can find that link if you need the link for the Jet Webinar page. We can post that for you, or you could just watch it here on YouTube live and in person. Like I said, we have about 2 or 3 different ways that you can get your questions answered. And the first one, of course, is type it in the chat. If I see it and it's relevant to where we're at in the webinar, then I will answer it right then and there. If I don't feel that it's relevant to where we are in the webinar, or it's going to pull us down a rabbit hole that is going to cause us to move away from the content everybody else came to see, I'm going to put a pinhole in it, and I'm going to suggest that you ask that question in the comments section below this video. Now, a lot of what I'm talking about now, I'll be reiterating at the beginning of the actual webinar, just for the people in Jet Webinar and for people who join us late. If you know people who are interested in manifestation, law of attraction, how to remove blocks to success, get rid of negative emotions, and move towards the best version of themselves, then by all means, I encourage you to reach out, let them know about the webinar. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be at least close to 3 hours, maybe a little bit longer. Why? Because it's for you. When I do these things, obviously I'm out here to show people how to do cool stuff and how to move programs and products. But more importantly, I'm here to help you get your life, the life that you want, the way that you want it. And to do that, there's a few things that I ask of you. First and foremost, do the drills. When I say get out a pen and piece of paper, do this, write this, stand up, sit down. The more the drills you go through, the more experiences you have, the more you'll have what we call gnosis, a direct experience of the power of these techniques. And that's what we want. We don't want you moving through the world working from theories or a belief system that has never been tested or tried. We want you to feel the power of what we do and what we teach here at Planet David, so you can decide to take the next step and apply them to your life. Okay. So I love, and again, lest you get the wrong impression, I love questions. Please keep your comments. As often happens is people make friends in the chat or they get excited. Please keep your comments civil and relevant to the content of the webinar. If it's a question, that's fine. But if there's a lot of chit chat or kibitzing in the webinar that's not directly relevant to what we're doing, it tends to distract from other people's experience. And so I want everybody to have the best experience humanly possible. If for some reason you keep asking a question and you keep asking a question and you keep asking a question, and I just don't seem to get to it, immediately after we close the webinar tonight, YouTube is going to post a replay of this on our YouTube channel. If you go to that page and you type in your question, then I make it a practice 2 or 3 times a day, every day, to go through the comments on our YouTube channel, and as often and as completely as I can, answer the questions that people have. So once again, if you have a question, ask it. If I can't answer it, I'll ask one of my veterans to ask it, people who have direct experience using our techniques to solve that question. Or you can always come to the comment section at the end of the videos and type your question, and we will get you an answer as soon as possible. If I know the answer, I'll tell you. I'll either point you to a video, or I'll point you to a book resource I know about, or a course that we have. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you that too. I found it's just a whole lot safer and a whole lot easier to pretend that I don't know everything, right? And so that's kind of how it is. I place a lot of value in the relationship that I have with you as my listeners and my students and my subscribers. And I want to continue that value exchange in a way that makes everybody happy. Okay. So that being said, it is 3:37 by my clock. We have about 23 minutes, give or take, until the actual webinar starts. And feel free to talk and chat amongst yourselves. Like I said, when I actually start the official webinar, I will be repeating a lot of this, but I wanted people who are kind of early birds to kind of know I am here. I am monitoring the chat. Hello, everybody. From Sam to Sweat to everybody else who's here. I know there's a bunch of people who aren't speaking, but to all the rest of you 28 people that haven't said anything yet, welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay on Planet David. Please, please, please get some caffeinated beverages, lots of chocolate-laden substances. Will throwing image cycling energy into a running file in a human hologram force image cycling to run in the background? I do not know, Chosen, because I've never done that. The only thing I can say is test it and see. Just be very careful that you're not violating people's autonomy, if that makes any kind of sense. I have advanced classes where I show people how to create thought forms and things for influence purposes. That's really not the focus of tonight's webinar, but there are techniques for doing that. Let River saying, hello, will you be going over your manifesting tape? The short answer is yes. I will be covering a couple of the manifestation techniques I use, and I'll be pointing you in the direction of where to go to get the higher and more advanced versions of those, plus a whole lot more techniques for doing other things in the realm of manifesting, if that's where you want to go. Does that sound like a fair deal, Let? Yeah, the screen is black because my camera is off right now, because I don't want you to see me slurping my big gulp, or blowing my nose, or wiping my mouth, or doing whatever the things we forget we're doing when the camera's running. So you'll just have to deal with my audio. Trust me, you're going to get a face full of me very, very soon. So that being said, this is Dr. David. I will see you in 21 minutes. I love you. Bye. Hello, 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 my friends. This is Dr. David checking in. And I just wanted to say hello to everyone. Welcome to my first webinar in a while, Hidden Laws of Attraction, how to manifest anything you want faster than you ever thought possible. Today, we're going to be covering some of the most powerful and in many cases, simple ways to manifest things that I've ever found in my life. And I've spent a lot of time looking. Before we get into the content of tonight's webinar, I do have a few administrative details that I'd like to go over with you. Let me just go ahead and bring up my chats here. So for those of you who are joining us first time tonight,